Hello everyone, this is Arohi and welcome back to my channel Code with Arohi. So in my today's video, I'll show you how to use YOLO V4 on traffic sign detection dataset. So what we will be doing is, first of all, let me show you the dataset file. So you can see over here. So we have one folder with the name of TS. Under this folder, we have all the images. This classes text file have names of classes, and this train and test are the files in which we have divided the data in train and test. We have divided the data into train and test. On training data will train our data set, and on test data will test our data set, right? So this is the data which is in TS folder. In this TS folder, we have data like this: image and the related annotation file, which is in text format, and again the second image and the annotation file, which is related to this particular image. So what we do in YOLO, so we have images and we have their corresponding annotation files, which is in text format. So guys, if you are new to this video and if you are new to YOLO V4, so in my previous video of YOLO V4, I have explained the whole process, that how you can create your own custom dataset which YOLO V4 accepts. So the link is given in description section. You can, check that video first if you want to understand how to prepare dataset for YOLO V4, custom dataset for YOLO V4. Then please check that video first and then come again to this video. But if you're already aware like how to create a dataset for YOLO V4, then you can continue with this video. So what we have is, in TS folder, we have all the images and their related text files. After that, these are the four classes which we have: speed limit, yield, mandatory, and other. So what we are doing is, these are the four traffic signs we are working on. We will be training our dataset on these four classes. Okay. In this classes.txt file, what we have the name of these names in our classes name. Okay. So now I'm just showing you the result first of all, so that you will. What I'm doing is, I'm showing you the result. So at the end of the video, you will be able to achieve this result. So this is the image input to model. So this is the image which we are giving to a YOLO V4 algorithm, and this is the result which we get. So you can see over here, our algorithm is showing us, telling us that this is a sign of yield, and it is also telling us the percentage over. So this is how it will work on images, and I will also explain you how to use YOLO V4 on videos. So now, first of all, I'm showing you this video. On this video, you can see this video. On this video, I will apply YOLO V4, and we have some, traffic signals over here. So YOLO V4 will predict. So this is the input video. Now I will show you in my next slide. Now I'm showing you the detection results. Now you can see our algorithm is predicting something over here, and here it is detecting the results. So this is what you will learn in my today's class. So now let's begin with the code. So dataset, which dataset I'm using? This traffic sign detection dataset. Okay. So let's begin. So I have created a Colab notebook for this. So first of all, what I've done is, I have one folder. I've created one folder in my drive. So what you can do is create separate folder for YOLO V4 functionality. So I have created this folder. Okay. So now you can see under this folder, I have a darknet folder and the data folder. This data folder is the folder which is having my data set. Let me open it and show you. So TS folder, what is there in TS folder? Images and their related text files. Now you can see. So over here, basically what we have is, we have images and the text files. Image, their related text files. All right. Now let's go back to traffic sign detection folder only. And this is my code. Okay. So I have opened this code over here, and now let me explain you this code. So first of all, these two cells are just mounting my folder on the drive, and I'm accessing it. So code starts from here. CD what I'm doing is I'm entering in the YOLO V4 detection folder, and now I will work in this folder only. Okay. So first of all, this is a function. So this function is not mandatory. So this is just a function which will show you the images of your dataset. So I'm randomly showing 4 images of my dataset. So this part is just optional, right? So now the code starts from here. So the very first thing is, guys, if you want to install this dataset is freely available on Kaggle. You can install it from there, download it from there. And so these are the 3 lines. So what you need to do is, see, I will share this code in my GitHub, and that link is given in description section. You can download this code. You can, access this code from there. And what you need to do is just remove the comments from here, right? Why I have commented it? Because I have installed already these things. So what we are doing is, first of all, from this link, we are downloading this data, and that data is in a zip format. So what we are doing is, we are unzipping that data, and after unzipping the data, we are removing the zip file, because we have extracted the data and we have that data. Now there is no need of that zip file, so we are deleting. Okay. But okay, so this is how you can work if you are working on Google Colab or you are using a Linux machine. But if you are working on Windows, then you can download this data using these commands. Okay, these commands. So first of all, I'm importing wget, and then this is the URL, and then using this line, I'm downloading the URL. Now I want to unzip the folder. So these 3 lines are to unzip the folder. So for Windows users, you can use this command, and if you are working on Google Colab or you are using this Linux machine, then you can use this command. Okay. So now we have our data, right? So the data set which I've shown you, you'll get that data, that folder and all those files after this complete. Now the next task is here. Again, you have to uncomment it. What we are doing over here is, we are downloading the darknet framework, because YOLO will work on darknet framework. So we need that framework. So using this command, you can download the darknet folder. After executing this command, you will get this darknet folder over here, right? So where I have this darknet folder? In my YOLO V4 sign detection folder, right? So I'm working in this folder only. So when you will execute this command, you will get a darknet folder. Okay. Now, after this, what you need to do is, see, there are few changes which you need to make. So what are those changes? First of all, see, just click on this darknet folder, and then click on CFG folder, this CFG folder. See, all these folders you will get once you install the darknet. These all things will be already there. Okay. So what you need to do is, enter in darknet folder. Under darknet folder, you have CFG file. Open that CFG folder. I'm sorry. Under that CFG folder, there will be so many files. Okay. So what you need to do is delete all the files except one file. Which file was that? YOLO v4-custom.cfg. Okay. So what you need to do is just have this file. Apart from this file, delete everything from this folder. All right. So once you deleted everything from this CFG folder, open this particular file. Now, see, this is very, very important, because this is the configuration file where you have to do changes for your custom data set. Okay. So now let me open this. So now what I'm doing is, after deleting all the files, now I'm opening is text editor. Okay, just give me a second. So over here now, I have opened a Google text editor only, and this is my configuration files. Now, over here, I'll show you a few steps which you need to do very carefully. First of all, when when see, this is the file, I have already made the changes. Okay. So, but when you will open this file, what you have is, see, this thing is commented right now. What you need to do is batch just set batch size to 64 and subdivisions to 16. And let's suppose if you get some problems when you are having 16 as a subdivisions, then change it to 64. Okay, but start with 16 only. Batch size 64, subdivision 16. Start with 16. If you face problem while using the 16, then make it 64 again. Okay, and now width and height of image. See guys, if you'll use, I'm using the width and height of image which I want to use is 416 into 416. But if you'll use the image with the higher size, let's say you change it to 608 into 608. So if you'll have the height and width of the image is higher, then you will get more accuracy, right? But for this processing time and all, I'm using the lower size of this. I'm using the height and width of images 416 into 416. Okay. Number of channels are 3 because we are using a colored image. So these are the 4 changes which you have to make in the very beginning. Okay. After that, what you need to do is just do Control F and find max batches here, right? Max batches. This is again very, very important. Now, how we are getting this 8,000 over here? So there is one logic we are following over here. So if you are using your custom data set and you are working on 1 class or 2 classes or 3 classes, then this max batch would always be 6,000. Okay, so let me show you over here. I have written here about max batches. See here. What we need to do is in the case of max batches, see if you have 1 class, 2 class or 3 classes in your data set, then batch size would always be 6,000. 6,000 is the minimum. Okay, just give me a second. So 6,000 is the minimum amount. Okay, where was it? 6,000 the minimum, right? Let's suppose in your data set you have laptop and phone class. So you are having 2 classes where you want to perform object detection. Then what would be the batch size? 6,000 because you have 2 classes only. And let's say if you are having 3 classes, laptop, phone and tab, then again we are having 3 custom classes. Then again you have to set this max batch to 6,000. But in our data set, the data set on which I'm working, we are having 4 classes, right? This mandatory, yield, others, and speed. So we are having 4 classes. Then how we will be setting that max batches? So for that, you have to perform this thing. Number of classes, we have number of classes 4 into 2,000, right? So you always multiply the number of classes with 2,000 and the value you get will be your max batches. So that's why we have written 8,000 over here. And just below this max batches, we have steps. This steps again, you have to change. So now what we do over here, this first value 7,200. 7,200 is what you need to do is just find the 90% of this value, max batch. So what is the 90% of max batch? 7,200. And then this 6,400 is the 80% of your max batches. So the 80% of 8,000 is 64. So the very first value in step would be the 90% of your max batches, and the second step would be the 80% of your max batches. So the 90% of 8,000 is 7,200 and the 80% of 8,000 is 6,400. So we have made these things. After that, search for YOLO. So we have 3 YOLO layers in. Guys, always remember, this is very important. You have to find YOLO layer, and we have how many YOLO layers in it? 3 YOLO layers. Why we are having 3 YOLO layers? Because we are predicting, we are making, we want to make predictions at 3 different scales. Okay, so that's why we have 3 different YOLO layers. So I have searched for YOLO, and this is the very first YOLO. Now just see above this YOLO layer over here, filters. So by default, when you were working here first time, then you would be having, I guess, 255 filters over here. And you need to change this filters. Where you need to change the filter? Just above the YOLO layer, this filter. Okay. So what should be the number of filters over here? Again, for this, you have to follow. Okay. Just give me a second. Yeah. This is what you need to follow. Classes plus 5 into 3 will be the number of filters. So how many classes we have? 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 into 3 is 27. So that's why we are having 27 filters over here. Okay? Where? Just above the YOLO layer. And how many YOLO layers we have? 3. So you have to find all the 3 YOLO layers, and above every YOLO layer, the number of filters should be 27. And how we are getting this 27? We are doing this particular thing, classes plus 5 into 3. Okay. So what I have done is I have performed the same functionalities for other 2 YOLO layers also. Now, after changing this number of filters, just see below this YOLO layer, classes. Okay. So how many classes we have in our data set? We have 4 classes. So you have to write the number of classes over here as per your custom data set. So what you need to do, below YOLO layer, change the number of classes, and above YOLO layer, change the number of filters. So this is you have to perform for all 3 YOLO layers. So this is the configuration file when you want to work on custom dataset. Now we made these changes. Our configuration file is ready now. Now next thing is you have to do changes in your make file, which is in darknet folder. So what I'm doing over here is I'm cd darknet. I'm entering in darknet folder, and in darknet folder we have one file with the name of make. I want to do few changes in that make file, and then I want to build that file. Okay. So in make file we have this setting. When you first time install darknet, you will be having OpenCV equals to 0. That simply means you are not using OpenCV right now, but we want to use OpenCV. So this is the previous setting, and this one simply means we want to use OpenCV. Again, GPU was not getting used earlier when you download the darknet folder for first time. So this one means we want to use GPU. In the same way for CUDN and all these things, right? So we have entered in darknet folder, we have made few changes in makefile, and then uncomment this code also. When what I'm doing over here is I'm building the makefile. Once your makefile is built, now what you need to do is download these YOLO v4 weights. Now why we are using these YOLO v4 weights? Because we are using over here is transfer learning. Transfer learning simply means we already have a trained model, and we'll use it as a base model, right? And on that base model, we'll add our model also. So this is called transfer learning, where we are using the pre-trained model and using that pre-trained model, and additionally we are putting our data and we are okay. So I have downloaded this YOLO v4 weights. Once you download the YOLO v4 weight, okay. Next thing is change the permissions of darknet folder, right? So this is what I have done. After that, these 3 commands are for when you want to train your model. So let's say this is the very first time you're using YOLO code, let's see, right? So then this is the command you can use. Darknet detector, we want to train the algorithm, so that's why I've written train. Under this data folder, where is this data folder? So this data folder is in darknet folder. Once you open darknet folder, under darknet folder, you have data folder. Under data folder, see these 2 things are very important. Data.data and data.names. What is there in these 2 files? Let me show you. Okay, this is the file data.names. So what is there in data.name? The name of different classes we have. So you have to create this file yourself. Data.names. Under this file, you have to mention all the classes which you are using in your dataset. Okay. and the other file is data.data. Now let's open this file. Yeah. Now see over here. So in this data.data file, we have mentioned few details like how many classes we have, 4, and where is our train.txt file, and we have to give the path of test.txt file, and we have to, so we are saying we have 4 classes, and over here we're telling the name of those classes. And this backup means backup folder. This folder is very important. Once you train your algorithm, all the trained weights, all the models after every after some time will get stored in this backup folder. Okay, so when you do the training, where you will get the trained results? In backup folder. Where is this backup folder? This backup folder is again in darknet folder. In darknet folder, you have the backup folder. Under this backup folder, you will have your train weights. So these are the weights which I get after training. So guys, I hadn't completed the whole training process. So after some time, I have stopped the process. So, but if you want to do the whole training, so it will take time. Like take time, I simply mean to say 6 hours, 7 hours or so. But I have stopped the process in between, and these are the few weights which I get after this weight file. I get after 1,000 epochs, right? So in the same way, these are the other two weight files. Okay. So backup is the folder where you will get all your train weights. Now again back to darknet folder, and we were in data folder. Data folder is a folder. Okay, now here data.data I have shown you. What is there in data.data? This is. These are the things present in data.data. So from where I'm getting this train.txt, from how we are getting this test.txt. So if you want to learn, again, I'm telling you again, if you want to learn how to create your custom dataset, how to create this train.txt and how to create this test.txt, then you can follow my previous video. Link is given in description section, which will explain you step by step how to prepare your own dataset if you want to work on YOLO. Okay, so this is what over here. So you have to make changes according to as per your dataset in this file and in this file. Okay, and these are my results. The results, if you remember in this beginning of the class, I have told you like this is the video where we are detecting the results, right? And these are those things. My test.txt file is here, train.txt file is here. Okay, so this is what we have in this folder. Now, once you run this command, after some time, when you check your backup folder, you will get the train weights over there. Now, using those train weights, you can test your model. Okay, now let me show you how to test your model. So basically, okay, before testing, this is a function. This function is showing us epoch wise how much accurately and what is the loss and what is the accuracy we are getting after epochs. Okay, so here I'm testing my data set. So this is the image test.jpg. This image is present in data folder. I want to test this image. Okay, so the command which I'm using is darknet detector. Now this time I want to test, so that's why I'm writing test over here. From data folder, which file I'm reading? Data.data. So remember what is there in data.data? Okay, so in data.data. So guys, if you remember, data.data is having your path of train file, path of test file, and how many classes you have, and the name of those classes. This is what we have. And this is the file which we'll be using for testing. And from backup folder, I'm loading. Okay. From backup folder, I'm loading the weights file because these are the train weights. Using these weights, we can predict, right? And this image path is this. That means we want to test on this image. So when you run this code, after some time, when you run, you will see the results over here. So what our algorithm is seeing that in this image, we have a class yield and the probability that that particular class belongs to yield only is 96%, right? Now let's suppose now we want to show the predictions. So I have written this function. What we are doing is we are reading a predictions.jpg image, and this is our result. Okay. Now in the same way, if you want to work on video, so I have a variable. In this variable, I have given the path of the video on which I want to perform the detection, and then this is the code I'm using. What I have done is rest of the task is same. This is the path of the video on which I want to perform the detection, and I want to store the results in results1.avi video, right? New video will get created after the detection, and this video will have the results. So the video which I have shown you in the very beginning, remember? So this was the input video and this was the output video, results1.avi. So this is how you get results on YOLO V4, right guys? So you need to take care of one thing only, create your CFG file properly, okay? Because that is the only file where you have to make so many changes. After that, in your data.data and data.names file, data.names file, have your classes as per your data set, right? Custom data set, and do the changes accordingly. That's it, guys. So I'm mentioning the link of this code in my Git description section, okay? And I'm also giving you the link of my previous video where I have explained how to create the dataset, YOLO dataset, right? So guys, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel. And there's also I want to request you, like I have started posting post on my community tab. So please guys check my community tab also. Thank you for watching.